How do you feel about Celebration Bermuda? I don't know where it falls in the hierarchy. Great question, super complicated right now. So the original Celebration, and I can make a longer video on this if you guys want, but the original Celebration was released like 25 years ago. So if you go to your local sod store, say want Celebration Bermuda, that's what you'll get. However, in the past few years, Mississippi State has started working on new types of Celebration. I'm gonna show you guys here on NTEP data. All right, so we got some trial data up here. I'm gonna go through some of the top entries with you. So some of them use code names. Code names are basically used until there's a trademark established. So MSB, you see 1017 right there. That is now named Celebration Hybrid as the trademark. MSB, you got 1050, which I believe is Dwarf. Don't quote me, you can just Google the code, it will tell you now. But at the time of this release of the report, it didn't have a trademark. But I believe that is Celebration Dwarf. The second one is Celebration Hybrid, of course. And the third one, I think, is Celebration X. These are not, I repeat, they're not the same as normal Celebration Bermuda that you get at the sod store for the most part. If you have a sod vendor near you that is kind of ahead of the curve, yes, you can find Celebration Hybrid. I haven't personally found it, but I'm also not shopping for sod. But it is out on the market. It should be out on the market. But what I have seen is the old Celebration that's been around for the past 25 years. That doesn't compete to these, it doesn't compete to Tiff Tuff, doesn't compete to Homa. Those ones generally, for most categories, they don't compete. So this data comes from College Station. Of course, you can see it right there. And it is grown under shade. So this is very specific to kind of the most shade tolerant grasses. And as you can see, Tahoma at the top, Tiff Tuff at the top, MSB at the time of release, these two weren't even available. And like I said, Celebration Hybrid should be available momentarily in your area. But over here, it's sorted by mean. It has all the data, but what really matters over here is the mean of all of this, and that's what it's sorted by. So these are all above 5, very, very close, those top 5. Tahoma, Tiff Tuff, and then the 3 from Mississippi State right there. This second set of data I want to show you is grown under drought stress. So we have, of course, the same thing, mean sorted. At the top, Tiff Tuff, MSBA. So it's another Celebration Hybrid or type of Celebration from Mississippi State. Again, FB is Florida, JSC is Johnson Seed Company, and then there's Tahoma there. So there's a number of grasses. So to answer your question, Celebration is great, but it's only the new types of Celebration. Most of the Celebration you see, most Celebration that people have is the 25-year-old Celebration that came from Australia. I think it was developed in the 90s, came to market in 2001, but now it's taken over by, what did I say, Mississippi State. And from here on forward, that's where it's supposed to be coming from. Quick example of what I mean, King Ranch turfgrass, since 1853, wow. On their website, Celebration Bermuda, okay, interesting. Originally bred in Australia, so you know this is not the Celebration X or the Celebration Hybrid or the Celebration Dwarf. So this is, 25-year-old grass. Can we call it technology? This is the original story from 2022.